Hey peeps, welcome back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 10. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, I hope everyone's doing well, keeping warm. It is really cold here, and I don't love it. Before I turn into a meteorologist to give you the 5-day forecast, anyway, let's just get into the show. So the episode starts off with Gizelle and her daughters, which I think they are so awesome. Her daughters are honor students. They're respectful. They love their mom, and she loves them. I think that Gizelle's saving grace is the fact that she is a really good mom to these girls. And we find out a little bit about her father and his will. It turns out that there's something really fishy going on. Something extremely fraudulent is happening. She says that some tampered with will has popped up. She says that 2 days after his brain surgery, someone around him had this will drawn up and signed. She says that she was there as well, and she knows good and daggone well that he could not read anything at that time, and he definitely could not have signed anything. So this new will that has popped up leaves her and her children completely iced out. And I think that we've seen her dad enough on this show to know that that man would not leave this world with a will that didn't include her and those girls. She talked a little bit about Jamal getting married and how her and Jamal had a sit-down conversation to make sure that with him getting married that the girls are protected. He let her know that his children, all of his children are protected. This new wife is not going to, wiggle her way into his heart and bank account and leave those kids high and dry. He has put money in a trust that cannot be broken. The trust belongs to the children. She says that that's one of the reasons why she's possibly never going to remarry. She doesn't want a husband to pop up and think he's going to take anything away from her children, which is, understandable. However, the kids are not stupid. And they said, well, if daddy can put all of his stuff in a trust for us, why can't you do the same thing? There's no need for you to be alone and not get remarried if your heart wants to be remarried, trying to protect us. Which is true. I think that Gizelle does really want to be loved. I think she does want to be someone's wife, but I think she might just be a little nervous, a little scared. And there's nothing wrong with being nervous and scared, but I don't want her to stop herself from having real love. I don't want her to let fear win out. I think that happens to all of us, men and women. Sometimes when we're burned and situations don't work out, it takes us a little while before we want to dip our toe back out there. You know what I mean? But we can't let one bad situation spoil the rest of our happiness. So I'm hoping the best for Gizelle and her kids, and I definitely hope she wins this court case. So then we go over to the lame as hell TJ and Stacey, and I just want to say I'm tired. You are a bright woman, you are educated, and you have to know that TJ does not want you. This man in his lame ass bonnet making a frozen pizza that he has added some tomatoes to, didn't even slice them up. Just put those little tomatoes right there on top of the damn pizza. And then drinking those jug Kool-Aid drinks out of wine glasses. No thanks. I don't want it. Take me back to the zoo. I just feel that TJ is wasting Stacey's time. I didn't like the way he spoke to her at Wendy's party. The fact that you are a grown-ass man and you don't know how to work the room at a party. She is not only there just to be social, she's there to get a check. She's on the Housewives now. She needs to work the room, speak to people, hang out with the girls. This to me seems fake and phony. It seems as if she wanted to have a man. She brought TJ on here who clearly wanted to try to get a boost to his acting career. And this is a no-go for me. And I don't appreciate it. He's on here acting passive-aggressive as hell. Boy, go on. And I was really just creeped out. The way he was in that kitchen wearing that bonnet, tiptoeing around, making all those ridiculous faces. Yeah, no, I was embarrassed, and I'm sitting on my couch. can tell that even production is sick of him. He is listed as Stacey's best friend. And did anybody notice before he started eating that frozen pizza, he didn't say grace? I said, this deeply religious man not even saying grace. He didn't even bow his head before he took a bite out of that pizza. And then when they showed the flashback, when they showed him saying, get it together, I'm warning you. Who are you talking to like that? And what are you warning me of? The embarrassment that I am going to feel when this airs? This is crazy. And then the whole how would he feel if she started dating other people? And then he tells her he's okay with it, but he's going to date other people too. Please do. Stacey, girl, listen, when you get down to the reunion, I certainly hope that you'll be able to explain exactly what it is that you see in him. Because I don't see anything good about this dude. He is not nice to you. You tried to get him to reassure you that you were safe in this relationship, that he was interested in you in some kind of way, and he was not able to do it. That's because he is not attracted to you. This man is clearly using you to be on national television. Go on about your business. This guy is not for you. Also, did anybody else think that this episode was more like a filler episode? It wasn't much of anything going on, to be honest. We see Wendy, she's going to lunch with her sister. And I know that I've told you guys so many times that I am not a fashion girl. I have zero fashion sense, but I do know what I like and what I don't like. And what I didn't like is this dress that Wendy was wearing. I thought something was wrong with the arms. The arms made her look real big, like a football player or something. And I said, that woman is really small. And what's happening? That dress was terrible. I didn't like it. Now, this dress was probably, $5,000 or something. I don't know, but I don't like it. Anyway, let's just move on from here. I hated that dress. I don't like it. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this dress. I just didn't like it so much. And I don't, no ma'am. So anyway, Wendy has not told her mom about her resigning. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm not a big fan of Wendy's mom. I don't like that lady. She's too damn much. She really is. The first thing was it took her about 20 minutes to really work up the courage to go ahead and tell her mom. And I understand that this is a cultural thing. I don't really understand it, but I know that in their culture, it's very important for you to be successful. It's almost as if your career and how much money you make is your value or something. I don't really love it, but I totally do understand it. And I'm glad that Wendy gave us the opportunity to learn more about it. She says in their culture, pretty much, you need to be a lawyer, a doctor, and they'll let you slide with being an engineer. I think that's like that in a lot of cultures. I really do. I just don't know if the pressure is as heavy. What I was completely surprised about is that she actually sat there and listened. She listened this time and she didn't judge her. I was happy to see that she was supportive, and she told her, you don't have to stay in just one job. You can move on and go somewhere else where you feel that you are appreciated. That's what Wendy said. She was leaving there. One of the reasons was that she didn't feel appreciated. She felt tolerated. So seeing her mom give her a little bit of encouragement and support, I was really happy to see that. Ashley and Gizelle, they go on these speed dating events, and I thought it was so funny when the first guy that Ashley talked to showed up with those beautiful flowers, and Giselle's guy didn't have any flowers. She was a little bit taken aback. However, I thought it was a good experience for the both of them. I thought it was hilarious. The one guy telling Gizelle that she should get his name on her neck. I said, what? I knew good and damn well that Gizelle was going to sit his ass back. And Ashley sat down and talked to the guy who says that he grew up on a farm and he was a wrestler and he, listens to his mama. I said, yes, like him. Turns out his name was Josh, and they did hang out a little bit later. We found out that Josh is in remission from thyroid cancer. Thank goodness, because cancer really sucks. They were getting along great, but I did have one tiny red flag when she asked him is he okay with the fact that she has kids? He shrugged his shoulders a little bit and he said he was okay with it. And I thought, no, he lying. He's not fully okay with it. So I would keep an eye out for Josh. But he did seem like a really nice guy. When Gizelle was on Watch What Happens Live, she said that her and Ashley were still talking to a couple of the dudes that they met at the speed dating event. So I don't know. This could be good. This could be good. I look forward to seeing what happens. Also, when she was on Watch What Happens Live, a fan asked her about Mia and Mia bringing up her daughters on last week's episode.
What's your reaction to Mia bringing up your daughter sneaking boys into your house in last week's episode?
So we deal with it in a couple more episodes. So I don't really want to say, but of course, she's dead to me.
Okay. Listen, the way Mia has behaved this season, the way she behaved when she was disrespectful as hell, mistreating Wendy, she is dead to me as well. Then we see Karen and Ray. And Karen was, telling Ray the night that she had her accident, she was very upset. She was angry. She wasn't feeling supportive. But now she feels that things are going so much better in their relationship. Ray is there for her, not only being her taxi, he's emotionally supportive for her. They are in an extremely better place than they were. And I'm happy to see that. I'm wishing Karen the very best of luck in this case that is still ongoing. However, like I said before, once this case is settled, she needs to go ahead and talk about it and take accountability and, be responsible going forward. Then we see Mia and Kay meet up, which was a little bit surprising because Mia and Kay don't get along. Kay can't stand Mia's ass. But it turned out it was more a conversation regarding Gordon and his mental health. And I don't love it because I still feel that Mia is using Gordon's mental health as her storyline. And it is awful. It is disturbing that she is doing this. However, Kay was there trying to show some compassion, trying to be there for Mia to let her know that there is help for this. You should probably have boundaries in your relationship with Gordon. Mia tries to say that 1 minute he's okay, 3 minutes later he's acting out. That is bullshit. And I even looked up a little bit about bipolarism. He is medicated. He has mentioned it. She has mentioned it. People who are bipolar 1, they don't just freak out and act a fool every 3 minutes. I mean, she is really acting out and being disrespectful to Gordon. I hate this. You are putting all of your business out here in the streets. That's embarrassing the hell out of your children, Gordon, and yourself. This looks bad. And then she's also posting subliminals about going to Love and Hip Hop. I wish she would. That is where you belong, over on Love and Hip Hop, and I don't watch that. So I will not have to be bothered with you with this bullshit. If she does head off to Love and Hip Hop, I hope that Gordon allows her to do whatever the hell it is she needs to do over there at Love and Hip Hop. But do not go on there, Gordon, and don't let your children go. This is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sick of her. Anyway, Kay tells her that she was going to give her some mental health material that she can use as guides or tools to help her get through her situation with Gordon. So then at the end of the episode, we see Mia and Gordon with the kids.
So does this still make you sad?
Yeah.
Why? So explain to me why you're sad, baby.
Because I want you two to be together.
You want us to be together?
But
right?
Isn't it okay for him to be sad? I would be upset if he wasn't sad.
I have a question. Where did you guys find each other?
In Charlotte.
But what place did you see her?
Southeast Charlotte.
But where were you?
We met at a club.
I love that. What's that?
Nothing.
Are you okay with mommy and daddy not spending forever together?
No! You can't marry Mr. Ink. Hear that? You get what you get and you don't get upset.
My heart truly broke for those kids. They are not ready for this. You could even tell by when Juju goes up to Gordon and she hugs him and she says, I've got a question. What if Mr. Ink actually marries mommy? And then Gordon says, that's up to mommy. And then she says it out loud. You can't marry Mr. Ink. They don't want their family to break up. Most children don't. That is true. But they could have done a much better job having this conversation. Not only that, right there in front of the kids, they start to have a little back and forth about the relationship, about the marriage, and about the divorce. This is a conversation that they should have had privately without the children present. They keep saying verbally that they want to put the kids first, that it's all about the children, but your actions are not showing that. This has just been pure garbage. These poor kids deserve better than this. And Gordon seems to be in his right damn mind, in my opinion. After watching all of this, one thing I think is Gordon admitted that he does have a mental health situation, that he is bipolar 1. But I think that Gordon is acting very stable. He was very reasonable. He was speaking clearly. There was no mental problem going on here. However, I think that Mia might need an evaluation. Something is not right with her. Her son said, no, you did not say anything about a divorce. What exactly is going on? The way that they are handling this is awful. This is not a situation that you should have brought up to these kids the way you brought it up. It does not need to be filmed, especially with children this small. These are the two people that should have definitely been speaking to a professional before talking to these kids, or even inviting a professional to the house so they can sit down and explain this to the children. Gordon was absolutely right when he said this was a little haphazard, this conversation that we just had with the kids. We need to do this again because I'm concerned about how this will affect them, especially growing up, looking at a relationship like ours and how this has fallen apart. And Mia knew good and damn well she hadn't told them kids anything about that divorce. When her son said, no, you haven't talked to me about that, she looked at him and said, I didn't. You would remember something as serious as that. And I think one of the reasons why she always tells everybody, oh my God, he's getting in an episode. He's acting out. He's doing this and that. No, it's not an episode. He's not acting out. He is a grown ass man that's sick of your bullshit, and he's not going to follow the script that you're trying to write him. He's not going to continue to perform and tap dance for your ass just so that you can get a check. He's sick of it. You are really embarrassing this man. And I'm pretty sure at some point he had a decent relationship in the business world. And now he is out here looking like a clown thanks to his wife. I laughed so hard when Juju said, where did you guys find each other? And Gordon said, Charlotte. She said, where in Charlotte? He said, Southeast Charlotte. Everybody knows that they met up at a strip club. And I'm pretty sure that somebody, either this little girl or somebody she knows, is watching the Potomac Housewives and has mentioned it, or she saw it herself that they met at a strip club. That is really rough. These kids don't need to be a part of all of this. And then when she said, you can't marry Mr. Inc. And then she said, you get what you get. You have what you have. She was upset. And I think in other words, she was saying, you married him, now you stay with him and you deal with it. These kids do not need this. I am so pissed with them, and I'm kind of pissed with the producers at Bravo. I mean, I realize this is a money situation, and I realize they're here to film a show, but don't exploit kids. You know what I mean? I don't know. This episode just wasn't all that. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.